Hyundai wasn't built by a poor boy who founded it from nothing. That's a different company's story. You might be thinking of Honda's Soichiro Honda, or perhaps mixing it up with Hyundai's actual founder. Hyundai was founded by Chung Ju-young, who did come from genuine poverty in colonial-era Korea, so there's a real poor boy story here, but I want to make sure I tell his actual story accurately, rather than inventing a generic rags-to-riches narrative that doesn't match real events. Here's how I'll handle the fact-checking requirement from your prompt. I'll search for verified facts about Chung Ju-young and Hyundai's history before writing, and mark anything I can't verify with fact check needed as instructed, rather than fabricating dates, quotes, or specific incidents. Let me research this properly first. Good, I have solid biographical grounding. Let me get a bit more detail on the rice store failure, the auto repair fire, and the pony and global expansion era before writing. I now have solid cross-verified facts. Birth in 1915 in Asan-ri, now North Korea, poor peasant family, 7 siblings in the house, the farm was small, the soil was hard, the same story every day, no amount of food was enough to feed them. Chung was the eldest son, so from childhood he had to help his father in the fields. Fact check needed. Verify exact details of his school attendance and at what age it was discontinued. The cool morning breeze, the smell of soil, and a bent back in the fields. This was his childhood. But one thing set him apart from the other children. He often went to the city to sell wood, and there he began reading newspapers. In the pages of those newspapers, he saw another world, big cities, big dreams. A restlessness settled in his heart. This life wasn't enough. At 16, Chung tried to run away from home for the first time. He quietly set off with a friend, searching for a better life. They both walked, working all day, earning money, but a few weeks later, his father came looking for him and took him back to the village. But this wasn't a defeat, it was just a rehearsal. In April 1933, Chung tried again. This time, his destination was Seoul, Korea's largest city. Fact check needed. Verify how this second escape attempt ended and how he eventually settled in Seoul. After arriving in Seoul, Chung couldn't find a good job. He got a job delivering rice on his bicycle at a rice store. Every day from morning to evening, he cycled through the streets carrying sacks of rice. No respect, no recognition, just a laborer. But Chung was determined to do one thing. He wouldn't be just a delivery boy. The year 1934. Chung was no longer just a delivery boy. The shop owner was pleased with his hard work and honesty. Soon, Chung also took over the shop's accounts, replacing the owner's own son. But then a turning point came. In 1937, the shop owner fell ill, and he made a decision that changed Chung's fortune. He handed over the entire shop to Chung. 22-year-old Chung now owned a rice shop in his own name. He named it Kyung-il Rice Store. The shop flourished, profits increased. Everything went well for 2 years, but then disaster struck. In 1939, the Japanese government imposed a rice rationing system in Korea. Every rice shop was taken over by the government. The shop Chung had built with so much hard work was snatched away from him overnight. 2 years of earnings, dreams, all gone. Chung returned to his village, disheartened, but he wasn't broken. In 1940, Chung returned to Seoul. This time, he chose a different path: automobile repair work. Vehicles were scarce at the time, but the repair business was profitable. He took out a loan, bought a garage from a friend, and named it A-Do Service. But then a tragedy struck, destroying everything. 20 days after the shop opened, a massive fire broke out in the garage. All the vehicles parked inside were destroyed. Chung was left with nothing. No money, no car, no respect. And at home, more than 20 people depended on him. But it was there that Chung did something that would later become his greatest strength. He went to his old customers and asked for a loan. Surprisingly, without question, people gave him money because his reputation for honesty was already established. That day, Chung learned a principle that would become the foundation of his entire life. Trust is the greatest asset. See you in the next episode. Until then, don't forget to like and subscribe.